everybody, and welcome back to the channel Core & Co. Today we are going to be doing a lying down exercise on the mat incorporating the ball. So we're going to be lying down on the mat, we're going to have the ball underneath us, we're going to be lifting our pelvis, and then we're going to be rolling the ball back and forth, which is really amazing core exercise. It's great for the back, it's great for the abdominals, it's great for the lower abdominals, which are much harder to achieve a good workout from than the upper. So you've got the upper abdominals here, and then the kind of the middle ones here, and then the lower ones here, and then down here. So when we do kind of a regular sit up like that, we're using the top because everything here is all scrunched into the middle of the core. So if you take the legs further away, then you start to work the lower abdominals as you return in, because it's further to kind of come back into the middle. So if you take the legs really far away, then you start to work further down here, which is a lot harder to accomplish. So what we're going to do today with the ball kind of touches on reaching those levels, but with the medium of the ball. So before we do that, we're going to just do a few stretches. We're going to be working the backs of the legs, so we're just going to start by stretching out the backs of the legs. So just sitting on the mat, legs in a nice straight line, feet facing back towards you, pushing the heels forward, flexing the feet back. So you're in a nice straight line, just reaching up to the ceiling, pushing the hands away. So you're a nice kind of 90-degree angle here. You've got your body at 3 o'clock. You're going to take the top of the body forward, all the way down and over the backs of the feet if you can. It's fine if you can just get to here. It's even better if you can get to here. The deeper you go, the deeper that stretch will be. So just take it as far as you can. Just holding on to it, keeping these legs nice and straight, pushing back into the mat, keeping the feet flexed. Allowing the head to be heavy, just dropping between the shoulder blades. Okay, so we're going to take one foot underneath like this. So the sole of the foot is facing upwards, but the knees are still together. And then we're going to take that back down to here. I think the aim is to get the chin to the shin in yoga. But just take it as far as you can. Like I say, the deeper you go, the more you'll feel that stretch. I can feel that stretch all up the back of this straight leg. So that's where you should feel it. And then when you're ready, we're just going to release that leg. Fold the other one under. So the sole of the foot is facing up and the knees are pressed together. Flexing this foot back. Just dropping the top of the body down. And as soon as I get to here, I can start to feel this pull and I can feel how tight my muscles are. That's why it's so important that we do a little bit of stretching before we do any kind of working out, just to loosen those muscles up a bit. If you think of your muscles like a piece of hard, like Wrigley's chewing gum, and you get those sticks of gum. Imagine if you had one that had been in the car for ages and it got really cold. And you took it out of the packet and you could just snap it. That is a lot like muscles. So if you put it in your mouth and you chew it and you make it warmer and stretchier and you take it out of your mouth and you could pull it and it would stretch and it would stay in one piece. And that is really similar to muscle. So it's really important that you give them that stretch that they need just to loosen up. Otherwise you're going to go dive straight into it, you're going to pull something and it will put you off doing this again. So it's really important to just stretch these muscles out. Okay, because we're going to be doing a lot of stuff around the middle, we're just going to do this one pose, this yoga pose here. It's called fish pose. So we're basically in a nice straight line here, feet are flexed back towards us. We're going to put our hands facing forward, so your fingers are facing the direction of the feet, just right behind your bum cheeks. Well, this isn't fish pose, but we're going to go into fish pose from here. So we're just going to push up with the hands, aiming to flatten the feet off, letting the head drop back. Just holding this here, just for 5 breaths. We're going to relax the bum ever so slightly, keep the direction of the head backwards. We're going to drop back. Just moving the arms out to the side, we're going to drop back onto the forearms, onto the elbows. Just releasing the arms down, aiming to get the real top of the forehead onto the mat. So we're gazing back down over here now. We've taken our gaze all the way back down over here, but keeping the back off the mat. So you're just on your bum, legs are nice and straight, feet are flexed back towards you. Just keeping the hands by the sides, just from the elbow down to the hand. Hands face down. This is a really great stretch for all the muscles around your jaw as well. As I age, I worry about jowls and having a jowly face like an old bloodhound. So this is a great exercise just to keep those muscles nice and taut under the chin. Really sticking that belly out, drawing it in just here. And then just loosening off the neck, flattening down nice and gently, drawing the knees into the chest, grasping the hands around the fronts of the legs. Just going to rock ever so slightly from side to side. I'm going to take one leg down onto the mat, foot flexed facing us. Then we're going to take these 2 fingers, put them around the inside of the big toe of this foot, put this left hand here on this left foot, and then take the right foot into the air, like this. So both legs are straight, the arms should be straight. We feel a nice pull of the back here, really high stretch here. Just going to hold it here for 5 breaths in total. So 4 more for me. And then we're going to switch legs, and then we're going to get straight into the exercise of today. So release that foot. Bring this one in. Put those 2 fingers around the big toe. Put this leg nice and straight. Keep the hand on the thigh just to keep that leg down. Flex the foot back. Hang on to that toe. If you want to bring the knee in, put a slight bend in the knee and draw the leg in ever so slightly closer to your chest than you can. That can extend the stretch. But it's really important also to keep that leg straight. So there are 2 variations of the stretch. I'm just going to keep it straight for now. Okay, so just sitting up gradually, just gonna give my feet just a little wipe here. Make sure that you've got bare feet. It's really important for you not to wear trainers and for you not to wear socks, so you can use the natural grip of the skin of your feet against the ball to create that connection, and you will feel more at one with the ball as you roll your feet over the tops of the ball. You'll see what I mean in a second. But if you're wearing socks, you're going to slip. If you're wearing trainers, then they're going to have big, sharp, clunky edges to them. That is not going to help that connection with the ball. So grab your ball. I'm going to put it just here at the bottom of the mat. I'm going to lay back this way, put my feet on top of the ball, just here like this. Okay, so what I was talking about at the start of the video about sit-ups and using the different areas of the abdominal muscles. So this, I'm going to reference back to that now. So the closer the ball is to your core, distance from the ball to the core here is as short as it can be. So if I lift my pelvis up here, that feels quite easy for me. But if I drop, push the ball away, and I take it so it's underneath the backs of my heels, and I lift up, that instantly feels much harder because the weight has increased because the ball has been taken away from the core. So we're always using our own body weight. So we're never lifting too much or too little. We're always lifting the right amount because we're always lifting our own weight. So, finding where feels comfortable for you, you'll need to have the ball underneath your feet because we want to roll the ball. So if you have the ball here, you're going to have nowhere to roll, if that makes sense. You'll see what I mean. So driving the heels just here, driving the heels down almost into the centre of the ball, maybe slightly off centre, just take the ball away ever so slightly, just to here. You'll tweak it and you'll feel where you feel, you'll know where you feel comfortable the more you practice it. So keeping the back pushed firmly down into the mat so you can't get under here, there is no gap. Really driving those muscles down. Keeping the hands by the sides, palms face down. We're going to suck all the tummy muscles in and then we're going to lift up. And from here, we're just going to draw the knees in to the chest. See, I've come up off my heels and onto my toes there, so I think I'm a little bit too far away, so I'm going to drop, take it back, and then just draw the ball in a little bit closer, and then start like that. So my feet are now completely flat. I'm able to raise my pelvis nice and high, and then roll the ball away. Feet pressed together, knees are pressed together. We have a nice straight line, bum cheek to squeeze super tight. We're just going to roll here. So this is the exercise. Take a nice big exhale on the effort for me, which is rolling the ball away. So the aim is to try and do 10 of these, keeping the ball nice and still. I can feel myself slipping. I'm just going to drag that ball back. Just keep on top of the ball and its movement. And then keeping the ball out here, just letting the legs relax ever so slightly, but maintaining the raised pelvis. Don't let that pelvis sag. Keep a nice straight rod down the back. And from here, we're just going to do these little dips with the pelvis. There's 10. I'm going to relax down gently. You can really feel that in my back. I'm just going to roll the ball in like this. So my knees roll in with it, keeping the knees into the chest. Just take a couple of minutes here. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of core stability to do that exercise, and the idea is to do it as smoothly and as controlled as you possibly can. But it is quite intense to take your kind of middle off the floor and then use the roll with the ball. That's why it's really important to have a really good place of contact for the feet and the heels and the backs of the shins, and not allowing any trainers or socks to get in the way. So then when you're ready, we'll do some more of the little dips. But this time we'll bring the ball in quite far, so it's almost behind the knees, lifting it up here, keeping the bump squeezed in nice and tight, really pushing that tummy out. We'll just do these little dips here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hold it here, hold it out. We're just gonna bring the feet in, we'll bring one foot in, just take the ball ever so slightly further away, we'll drop the legs, so it's almost on the backs of the calves now. That should increase the difficulty. And then from here we'll do 10 more dips with the pelvis. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, halfway, 4, 3, 2, 1, and push. Stay there. I'm going to roll this ball out tiny bit further, so it's on the backs of the heels, backs of the ankles, and then from here we'll do 10 more dips. Stay with me. Push for 10. That's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You can either relax, drop, roll the ball in, bring the knees into the chest and relax here. You don't want to put too much pressure on your spine. If you want to stay out, you can stay out. And from here, instead of doing a full drop and a push with the pelvis, we're just going to do 10 little pulses. Double the pace. Try and keep it nice and still. If you increase the speed, you can make the motion a little scrappier with the ball. So just try and keep that ball really still. Just do some pushes here, working all the outsides of the thighs, the bum, the lower back, the core, the abdominals, the lower abdominals. This is the really hard muscle group to access. So this is a really great example of how to do it and engage those muscles. Obviously all around here. Great for the pelvic floor. I'm going to drive those heels into the ball, really drive the heels down, drawing the knees into the chest, and then rolling the ball away. Woo. Keeping that core locked in nice and tight, keeping the ball stable. You're going to draw the ball in, roll it away. We're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Halfway now. Just 3, 2, 1, and relax. Drop the bum. Roll the ball in. So I'm going to put the ball on one side now, and we'll just quickly finish with a couple more stretches. Oh, that's a really hard one. I see a lot of people will say that these are complicated moves or they're advanced moves, and some are easy and some are for beginners, but I think absolutely every single one of these moves is available to everyone of all abilities and stages of their development with using the balls. So I would say just go for it. Just take it steady, follow some sound advice, take your time, make sure you're ready, make sure you have everything you need around you, a towel, some water, and you're focused. Just going to draw the knees into the chest, little rock from side to side. keeping the knees together, rolling over the liver and the kidneys, here and here. I'm going to take these 2 fingers, we're going to put them around the insides of the big toe, drawing the knees into the chest, really opening the legs up nice and wide, just rocking ever so slightly, embracing the happy baby. And then just keep hold of it there, keep the knees a little closer in so they're as wide as your shoulders. So I hope that you've enjoyed that pose. We're gonna take 1 foot over the knee, and then we're just gonna reach through this gap here, basket grip, just in front of the shin, just there, and just hang on to that pose there. Hang on to that stretch, stretching out all of this bum cheek here on the far side. Yeah, so I hope that you enjoyed the exercise with the rolling, and that the principles of taking the weight away from the core and returning it back make sense, and you're able to understand the principles of what it's about. So most of the exercises we do will be about taking the weight away from the core and returning back to the core. This isn't something that you need to worry about doing on the left and then doing on the right, because obviously we just do kind of one motion, but with varying degrees of difficulty, makes it a really interesting pose to roll away and take it back and really use these muscles to draw it back in. So switching legs, taking this leg down, taking this knee over to this side, reaching through underneath, basket grip on the front of the thigh there, just holding on to that, really stretching out all under here. Taking a few deep breaths. Now obviously you can link this video to the previous one or to the next one, or whatever order you want to play them in, or not at all, that's up to you. But as long as you understand how it works and you have the confidence, you can just do it by yourself. And having the ball pumped up as much as possible, so it's really hard, so you can really drive your heels into that ball and have complete control over it while it's rolling, and it's not all squishy, because that will make it so much more difficult. So just kind of flopping everything over onto one side and bringing yourself back up to seating, making sure you don't get a head rush as you come up nice and slowly. You're going to take the feet wide out to the corners of the mat. Feel that pull in here already. So from here I'm going to take this right arm down and the left arm up over the back of the foot. I'm just going to grip onto here, and I'm going to look through and back up this way. Feeling a nice big stretch at the side here. We worked out the abdominals a lot, so it's really important to try and give those a little stretch as well. Up and over, down to this side, just looking back up at the ceiling. Really getting a nice deep stretch in here. If you can only go this far or this far, that's absolutely fine, as long as you can get deep enough where you feel nice pull up the side of the abdominals. And then we're just going to flip onto all fours here. So the hands are in line with the knees, just here. Everything is about as wide as the hips and the shoulders. And then from here we're just going to stick the bum up into the air. We're going to let the tummy dip. We're going to stick the shoulders up, sticking the chin up nice and high. I'm going to roll over onto my knuckles just to get that little extra elevation in my upper body. Really raising the neck, great for the jowls, looking up at the ceiling. And we're going to curl that back up, letting the head be heavy, dropping down, really arching up. And then returning back. To the flip side of the pose. This is called the cat-cow. You are a cat. You are a cow. You are a cat. You are a cow. And that balance of push to pull, just works the tummy out nicely, works out all the core. Rolling back over, really extending the curl in the back, really turning the tummy in. From here we're just going to do a quick downward dog, just to stretch out the backs of the legs too. So making sure the hands are shoulder distance apart, we're going to tuck the toes under, and then we're going to push back into the heels. Feet are facing forward, hands are facing forward, really stretching out the forearms, all the backs of the thighs, backs of the knees, backs of the shins, allowing the head to be heavy, gazing up through the middle, gazing up at the belly button. Just going to hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then gently just walking the feet back in towards the hands, so they're in between the hands, and all the hands and the feet are in a nice straight line. And from here, keeping the head heavy, we're just going to come up, keeping the head super low. And bringing the hands into the middle to recenter ourselves, back to standing. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed what we did today, and if you enjoyed it and you liked it, then please like away down here. If you have any comments or feedback, then I'd be more than happy to look at all that too. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.